We have 430 female drivers at Bennett, 430 experienced female drivers across all of our business units. And I've never met one who didn't want to help another female driver or didn't want to share their story. So every single one of these women are precious to us.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Transportation Nation. I'm your host, Lee Gentry, along with my co-host, Miss Caitlyn Folks. Hello, Caitlyn.
Hello, Lee. Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
I'm fantastic. Well, you know, we have a pretty special person that we've got joining us today, right?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So today on our episode, we have Alicia Echols, who's the Director of Safety and Compliance for our Bennett Heavy and Specialized division. Alicia is also the leader of our Women in the Driver's Seat program, and this program works alongside many national organizations such as Women in Trucking, ATA, and so that's today's topic on our podcast is our Women in the Driver's Seat program and just hearing from Alicia. So Alicia, welcome. We're so excited to have you.
Hey, thank you guys so much for having me. It's truly an honor to be here with y'all today. Thank you.
We are excited. You know, I'm going to hold up a picture. This picture is of you and your team that I believe went up to Washington, D.C. for the Call on Washington, right?
That is correct.
And I think it was sponsored by the ATA Women in Motion, right?
Yes.
And I think probably most people be shocked and surprised to see women with trucking companies walking the halls of Congress. And I've been up there, and it's pretty intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
But how was it for you to be up there representing Bennett, to walk through those halls and talk to those Congress folks and senators? What was that like?
Well, I'll tell you, just being there, just to advocate for the ladies was just such an amazing experience for us and something that I'm very passionate about. But you could tell walking into those offices and like, hey, we're from trucking, and truckers have this kind of preconceived notion about what you're supposed to look like, and then you throw the word, well, these are the women drivers and we're from the corporate side, and they're just doing a double take. It was interesting to see, but they were also attentive to us and really wanted to listen to our concerns. So it was great. It was a great experience.
That's good.
That's wonderful. So Alicia, I know that you personally, like, you're a lady of legislation.
Yes.
And so I know going up there meant a lot to you personally, too, just being up there and of course, with our Women in the Driver's Seat. Do you mind sharing with us, as a lady in safety, like, what are some pieces of legislation that mean the most to you?
Well, it was interesting when we had our pre-meeting and we were going to go through all of the things that we were going to be asking help on. And one of the things that was on there, I'm like, why are we having to ask for this? Was the Trucker Bathroom Access Act. Just basic dignity for any human being to be able to have access to a restroom. But when you start thinking about drivers who are sitting at shippers, there could be detention problems. You name it, it could be happening. Not to mention the hours of service rules that they're up against. They may have to get there to be on time, and to be denied access to a bathroom. It's like, what age are we living in here, folks? So the Trucker Bathroom Access Act was very personal. You start talking about having to hold it. Now you're into this health realm, right? Now you start talking about potential kidney issues, dehydration, and then you throw a woman in front of that. Yeah. I mean, there's just basic hygiene needs that women need. And we need to go to the bathroom, right? So that act didn't put any pressure on shippers. It's just give us the access that is currently there. So that was very personal to me.
And personal for you ladies being up there, too.
Yes.
I mean, what a perfect female legislation to go up there and to talk to our Congress about.
Exactly.
Yeah, very much so. That's some crazy stuff. Well, the other item that I think you folks talked about up there, and I know we've talked about it internally, is the staying safe on the road, parking.
Yeah.
Isn't that a big issue? The
my gosh.
parking issue is can be a real challenge, especially for the ladies out there, right?
You start talking about parking, and It really is tough because out of every 10 drivers that need a space, maybe one will get that space, and that is sad. So now you're talking about putting women into an area that they may not feel comfortable. Now they're talking about parking in abandoned lots. You're not going to have lighting. You're not going to have access to bathroom. You're not going to have access to food options. So that's another one of those no-brainers. We need parking. There is current infrastructure. I know we've all seen them, scale houses that are closed down. This is property that is already available that could be revitalized for the industry to use for parking. And it's extremely important to make sure that there's parking for these drivers.
Well, especially the women drivers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because, their safety is very important. The guys are the guys, but, there are a lot of women out there today, right, Caitlyn, that are driving by themselves. They don't have a partner in the truck.
That's right.
So they're by themselves. So, they've got to be able to get to a truck stop and hopefully park in the front somewhere, not in the back, and where they've got an easy walk up to the facility.
Right.
We always talk about safety is priority one here, right? And we got to take care of those ladies. We got to make sure they're in a good parking spot.
Exactly. We don't want anybody parking on the side of the road. I mean, especially hauling what my division hauls. Number one, it's against the regulations. But you hear, and you see them, right? There's tractor trailers stacked up alongside of ramps going out onto the highway. I mean, that is extremely dangerous. And now you put people outside of their tractor trailer trying to walk up to maybe get access to something that's close by to eat or to just use the restroom. It's extremely dangerous.
And I'm glad that you said that because thank you for bringing that up, because we've talked about this internally before, that the Bennett Heavy and Specialized, the division that you work for, and then our other division, Bennett Drive Away, are the two female heavy divisions that we have here at Bennett. And so that's so wonderful that you advocate, because you're seeing it day in and day out as you're working in operations as well on the safety side.
That's right.
So
yeah.
And you got to be concerned about those ladies on the road. I know you're not in operations or dispatch, but you're part of safety. We're all part of safety here.
That's right.
And even outside of Bennett, all the organizations that are watching this podcast, they're all concerned about safety, especially the women that out there are driving. And we need those women out there in the trucks driving.
That's right.
It's important.
And it's a barrier for entry for women. You don't want to, who wants to go work at a place where you can't go to the bathroom, you don't have a safe place to park? Just simple as that. We have to make it safer because women are the future of trucking. I mean, a lot of women are getting into trucking and we love them and we want them there. So let's not create any more barriers for them. Let's make this right. Not only and it's for the men too.
Yeah.
It
affects them just as much as it does women.
Well, the thing about the women when they are hired into a trucking company, now I'm sure if they've been a driver somewhere else, they recognize some of the challenges on the road. But if they're a new driver and they don't understand that, we got to continue to advocate for them.
That's right.
To make sure that when they get in the truck, when they get somewhere, they go, oh, there's nowhere to park, or oh, there's no restroom. So we got to make sure we support the ladies.
Exactly.
And I think it's encouraging. We had David Heller on our podcast recently, and that was something that we talked about with him, and that's definitely top of mind with him with ATA is the truck parking, and especially for the women drivers. So
I think it's all in everybody's mind, right, Caitlyn?
Yes.
Everybody's thinking about the parking, not just for the ladies, but we got an issue all over this nation for the trucks to be parked. I know when I go down the interstate sometimes, if you're out early, you'll see the trucks parked on the entrance ramps or on the exit ramps because they can't find anywhere to park.
That's right. Or they're out of hours.
Yeah.
And now it's not safe. They got to park.
They got to park. So we just got to continue. And I know David Heller and you folks, the ladies up there, called in Washington, with all of these people going to Washington and talking to everybody about it, maybe they understand there's an issue here.
That's the hope.
Yes.
Well, I know recently, and when you wrote an article not too long ago about the squeaky wheel, you guys got to push the squeaky wheel.
That's it.
Why is that so important?
Well, that plays into exactly what you just said, right? We've all heard the phrase, the squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? So that's what we do. And We all know that legislation just moves at a glacial pace in Washington. It is mind-numbing that we have been talking about these issues for so long, and they implement. They all use it as their little flashcards online. Oh yeah, we support it, but when the rubber meets the road, where is the money? They keep putting it into these buckets of highway funding, right? There was so much money that was going to go into that and be able to support this. But then when it gets to it, they start using that money for other things. So truck parking needs its own bucket that nobody else can dip their fingers in. And we need to advocate for that. So I know a lot of people think, well, my voice doesn't matter. What can I do about it? And you can do so much. All it takes is one person being passionate about it, reaching out to your representatives and being that squeaky wheel. Send them emails, make phone calls, join our group. Mm-hmm. This is what we do, and we love it. We love it.
That's pretty important, and they have to know that you folks doing that. So let's get into the women in driver's seat.
Yes.
I know that Caitlyn mentioned that when we started, that you kind of lead the women in the driver's seat. So I know Mrs. Taylor starts a lot of programs here, but why did she want to start this one, and why did we come up with the name Women in the Driver's Seat? Tell us a little bit about it.
So in 2013, Ms. Taylor started the Women in the Driver's Seat. It was alongside of when she received the Women in Trucking Award, and she wants Bennett to be the premier place for women drivers to work. This is their home. You come here, you're going to feel welcome. We're going to take care of you. We're going to listen to your thoughts and concerns. So over the years, it's changed. And in 2023, she wanted to take it to the next level. And she asked Donna Paget and myself if we would stand up the Women in the Driver's Seat Advisory Board. And we were like, yes, let's do this. So Donna and I got together with Ms. Taylor. We went through the list of previous winners of our Women Driver of Excellence Award here, and we pulled 8 ladies across all of the divisions of Bennett and brought them on, asked them to be a part of our board, and we got to work. And we got to work fast.
I believe it.
And it's morphed over time. We quickly learned that we needed corporate support. So Miss Benita Coffey, who I know we all just love and adore, joined, and Miss Angie Hobbs, she joined as well. And alongside of those 8 ladies, we've continued this advisory board. And now I'm chair. Miss Donna is emeritus status now, and we still have our corporate support team is now Carrie McCoy with ACE, Courtney DeLambert, who is in IT, who is just a superstar. Miss Allison Hughes is now joined us. She's in our contractor relations department, so that brings that element that we were a little missing. Yes, I love that she's on our board. And then we also have Miss Noelle Mobley from operations. So we have rounded out our team from corporate support members, and we're just couldn't be happier with the momentum there.
That's a good, diverse group of ladies, like you said, across the company to represent all the different topics.
Exactly.
And you get a well-rounded view of what's going on with the company.
And I want to mention this. We have 430 female drivers at Bennett. I checked the numbers yesterday to make sure. But yeah, 430 experienced female drivers across all of our business units. And I've never met one who didn't want to help another female driver or didn't want to share their story. So every single one of these women are precious to us.
And when a new lady leases on here, they tell them about Women in Driver's Seat, and there's a way to join and get a packet and all that stuff to know more about what we're doing here to support them. So
yes.
I'm glad we're doing it.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. So can you expand with us a little bit more some of the programs that y'all have? I know there's the Mentor Mentee, there's Rolling Strong, y'all give safety and health-related tips. So do you mind?
Yeah, of course. So the Mentor Mentee program, we did a soft launch on that last year, and the ladies were like, hey, we need this. We need to keep it going. No matter how many people said they want to participate, we want to keep this going. It's one of those things, if you build it, they will come, like once the word gets out. So we are continuing with that program. We just got the infrastructure set last year. There was a lot of work put into that. And now we feel like we're ready to relaunch that. So we're getting ready to do that. And they're eager to share their lessons learned and just about the different companies and how to, optimize your freight opportunities. And then another thing we're doing when it ties to wellness is with our partner, Rolling Strong. So Courtney DeLambert is a part of that group, making sure that there is a component in there that specifically addresses things that women go through. I mean, a lot of the average age for women in this industry is 45 to 55. That age range, I know it, I'm in it right now, comes with a lot of changes, right? So we need to talk about those things and how we address them. And then the practical safety tips, we have our WIDS Driving Force Facebook group that they join, and it's a place where they can share stories and inspiration and safety tips and recipes on the road, all the fun stuff. Yes. So yeah, it's great.
That's wonderful.
I know Rolling Stones is good though for them too, because that helps them know how to exercise inside the truck and do all that. So we provide that also for our men as well.
That's
so
right.
Rolling Strong's pretty cool too. They've been working with us for a while.
Mm-hmm. So I know too, the women in the driver's seat, if you're a part of this program, this can help other women get recognized with other national organizations. So how can that help these women, kind of get seen out of Bennett, but more at the national level?
So something new that we're doing this year, we do an extremely great job about recognizing our ladies internally, but we want them to be recognized nationally, right? So we have, actually this morning, I will be submitting 3 ladies up for the Women in Trucking 2026 Driver of the Year Award.
Nice.
I'm so excited about that. But we want to showcase our best, and that was a commitment that we made to our driver board members that we are going to do that, and we're putting it in motion. It's a lot of work, but we're doing it.
Yeah. Well, I know they get a lot of nominations, so we got to work hard.
That's right. Nominate your ladies.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, that's great. You're doing that. That's pretty exciting.
And I know that means so much to them to receive a nationally recognized award too, outside of just the company you work for, but to get that level is very special.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very much so. So these 3 ladies, do they know they've been nominated yet?
One does, but the others do not.
Okay.
So, no, not yet.
Sounds like
can't let the cat out of the bag.
Can't do that.
No,
right?
They don't even know. I don't think we didn't even broadcast that we were doing this. Like, I reached internally and to all the business unit leaders and was like, "This is a must." You add Miss Marcy Taylor to that email copy, they start paying attention real quick. So they were on it, and I'm so happy that we're able to do this for them. They need the recognition.
So that's a little plug that we don't have it yet, but go out on our Facebook page. I'm sure we'll definitely put that out there on our social media to
absolutely
highlight those ladies.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. So I know that we're all getting ready for the big truck show in Louisville, Kentucky called
Yes.
And I know that Jason, part of our marketing team, and others here, Bill Trotter and them, they're all working hard. I think I'll be going up to do some things as well. But what's going on with the ladies up there?
Okay.
You guys got some things planned for up there?
We do. So we are sponsoring the Women in Trucking Salute to Women.
Nice.
Yes, it is. We went last year, and it was amazing. Just the camaraderie and just the energy that these ladies have when they're coming in there. It's just inspiring. So Carrie McCoy will be there. She'll be there with ACE, but she'll also be there in a WIDS capacity. And then from BME, Noelle Mobley's going as well. Okay. So they're going to be there on behalf of WIDS and representing us, and they would love to talk to you if you're there. If you're a female driver there, it's a free event to go to. It's a good little swag opportunity as well.
Oh, goodness.
If you're one of the folks that like the swag at the truck shows, this will be a good one. So please go.
That's
it
fun.
will be exciting for sure. Yeah, there's a lot going up there at the Mass Truck Show. Yeah, I think the Reese Across America will be up there. And like you said, there's tons of swag. And I think we're sponsoring the Friday night concert there. I don't know who's singing there yet, but I know that Bennett's also going to be sponsoring the Friday night big concert there in the hall. I think it's called Freedom Hall. So we're going to be helping sponsor that. So I know the ladies will be going to that as well as many of our drivers as well. So it's going to be an exciting time in Louisville.
Yes.
I hope it doesn't snow too bad. Up there, you never know.
Yeah.
Because it's in the end of March, right?
Right.
So at the end of March. So I've been up there where it's been beautiful, sunny. You could walk around. And because they got the famous pork sandwich up there, the famous pork sandwich. And there's been times I've walked out the front door to go get a pork sandwich, and it's snowing outside. So you don't never know what to expect in Louisville, Kentucky. But we're looking forward to the ladies going up there and being a big part, and definitely sponsoring that program with women in trucking. That's
Yes.
So, Alicia, once a month, Women in the Driver's Seat sponsors our Driven by Faith podcast,
Yes.
which is very special because that is all of our, we're a company that has a strong commitment to our faith. So what does that mean to you guys being a part of that?
Well, our faith is what drives us, and without God's grace, we wouldn't be here. If anybody's gone back and listened to Ms. Taylor's podcast on how this got started, if it wasn't for him, I don't know where Bennett would be. So that is the number one thing to us, and we are very very grateful to sponsor it.
Yeah, it's nice to have you on there.
Yeah.
We're getting ready to have you on next week, right?
Yes.
We're going to, the first Wednesday's next Wednesday, so.
Somebody's got to keep an eye on you and Dewberry.
That's true. That's really true, but you'll be.
Middle.
Right.
That's true. But you'll be sponsoring next Wednesday as well. It's always nice to have you on there because we have a good group of drivers on there, a mixture of ladies and gentlemen on the call on Wednesdays, and you get to share, what's going on.
That's
again, women in the driver's seat and how to join.
That's right.
So, it's very special. We started this last year. I can't remember when we started it, but we're glad to have you. Yeah, first Wednesday of every month you jump on there. And,
we sprinkle a little information about WIDS, get people interested.
Well, it's great because y'all have a good turnout on that.
So that 400 to 500 every Wednesday.
Yeah. So, and like you said, we have 400 female drivers within our network. So, there's definitely some ladies on there.
Absolutely.
Oh, there definitely is, for sure. For sure.
So, Alicia, to the ladies listening to our podcast right now, what's something that you want them to be left with, to just know about Bennett, know about the program, just anything left unsaid?
Yeah. So if you are not currently with Bennett and you don't feel like that you are in your home, like if your company, if it doesn't feel like home, please come check us out. www.bennettig.com/WIDS. Please get on there, read about the program. There is a application link on that site to get you over. And I'm sure y'all have talked about how diverse we are, but if you're going to drive a dually, or if you want to do drive away, or if you're in heavy haul, or you like van freight, hazmat freight, just everything. There's so many opportunities for you at Bennett.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to make a change. If you don't feel the love where you're at, come feel the love with us.
Love that.
That's true.
That's a great message. That
is very true. Yeah. I don't know of any other companies that care about people more than we care about people. We talk about that a lot. And, Caitlyn helps make sure that our culture doesn't change from when we started. And it's all about caring.
It's all about the culture and the caring.
People like family.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like we have the prayer warriors here at this company. A lot of companies don't even do prayer. We have prayer warriors here and a lot of on that prayer warrior team is ladies, and they don't mess around. When there's people that need prayer, we get after it.
Yes, and I have reached out to them on several occasions, and they call me and check on me all the time, and I love them for it.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Just want to mention one more thing before we close this episode out. I know that in September during Drivers Appreciation Week, you recognize some special ladies. What is that called?
Okay, that was our Women Driver of Excellence. Yes. So every year, each division submits one female driver for that award. And those ladies, we recognize them and celebrate them. And it's all about the camaraderie. We bring in our advisory board to meet them and surround them with love and make sure that they feel good, right?
Mrs. Taylor introduced.
Recognize all their hard work.
Yes.
As a female out on the road.
What's really special, Mrs. Taylor gets to interview them.
Yes, each one. And those are on our website as well. So get on, if you don't believe us, if you want to hear it from them, check out those interviews on there.
Yeah, they'll enjoy listening.
Yes.
Sure. Well, Alicia, we've enjoyed today. This has been pretty exciting to hear.
It's been
all about women in the driver's seat, and especially what's all going on there, and your involvement with the ATA and the Women in Motion going to Washington. All your determination and drive to make sure that women are taken care of is very special. So we thank you for doing all of that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. We appreciate that.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you. Well, everyone, thank you for joining today. Thank you for being a part of this episode. Until next time, God bless, and please be safe.
Be sure to subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Amazon Music and never miss an episode. Together, we can move anything.
Dreams